Hello, what's up guys, the boss here. Welcome to a brand new video here on my channel. Today we're gonna hop once more into the Gobble Arena, which is of course the Thanksgiving event for this week. And yesterday I showed you already how I was playing in League 3, and I also improved there my results, so I got there in the end in total 375 kills with the same strategy. Just the only difference was that I was getting more troops. But today I'm gonna show you a new approach how to get there, and I have to admit that someone on Discord actually gave me a hint how to get there, how to use this strategy, or that this strategy is actually possible, because the player's name is Butler and he stated that troops are the key to success here inside of the Gobble Arena. And I was wondering about that. I was trying out with troops already everything except for one troop, and with the other troops it never worked out, but with the one troop I'm talking about, which is the heavy soldier, it works out perfectly, because once I realized that this heavy soldier is doing now splash damage, despite of it's not being present here in the description, it seemed logical that it works out pretty well, and you're gonna see in a second what I mean by that. So you can see here currently my current loadout, which I'm using for this battle right now. We're gonna take the mortar with us, the crystal spire or the lightning tower, the crossbow, snowball, and of course the heavy soldier in combination with the flurry skull. And that's all what I gotta say here for this introduction. And now let's hop into the battle. Unfortunately, hopefully we're gonna exceed the score of 490 and in the end of the day get on the first place. So let's start right away and see what we're gonna do here. Alright, so first of all we're gonna place our lightning tower here in the corner, and as you know, the troops which are incoming except for the boss waves will always go for the towers, so that's why I'm placing them here on the side, and this has a specific reason which you're gonna see later on as well. So first of all we're having here all the troops coming in. Our hero is doing here a decent job taking out everything, and yeah, that's how we start here into the battle. So nothing that spectacular taking place here right now, but we're gonna start building up here our mortars on the side, and we're gonna upgrade them right away, because in a second or in 3 waves the boss wave will appear. And as you can see from the maze given here, the boss wave will run straight away for our skyshield generator, and I want to deal with that boss wave. Still later on it's gonna be a hassle, because we don't have a proper defense on for doing that, but for this round here we can easily take out the boss wave if we have decent towers here in this part where the mortars still can shoot on the maze of the boss wave. Alright, so the crystal spire is actually a quite nice tower here inside of the arena, because you can see it shoots down those turkeys right away, while the mortars still take a couple of seconds until the bullet or the shot hits the target basically, and therefore with the crystal spire we're not taking any damage here right now, and therefore I think it's a good option to go for, as you can see right now. So we're gonna continue building up our maze, and there the first boss wave is coming in, Gobblemeister again, and we are probably gonna be able to deal with this guy easily. And once we finished up placing here a couple more mortars, I think it's time to place our heavy soldiers, and then you can finally see the effect of why the splash damage of the heavy soldier is so helpful inside of the battles right here. So Gobblemeister is gonna go down. Our hero fortunately could target Gobblemeister before he could lock onto our skyshield generator, and so far so good. So we are able to place here a couple more mortars. And now that the turkeys are able to hit our towers, I think it's time to place here our first heavy soldier, and you're gonna see in a second what makes this unit so special inside of the Thanksgiving arena, because this unit is really, like I said before, the key to success here inside of the Gobble Arena, and maybe also for the other arenas which follow up here inside of the Thanksgiving event. And one interesting thing is the heavy soldier is not only targeting the troops, but is also smashing down those walls, which I didn't expect, but apparently it happens, and it looks kind of cool that this heavy soldier is really heavy basically. And you can see the troops will, when they get hit from the heavy soldier, will shortly target this guy, but apparently the troops will not kill that heavy soldier, because they're set up that way. So that's why our troops will survive here longer. And the reason why no other troop is working here is because, for example, when you're taking the when you're taking the grunts, then they will target only a single target, which will then get distracted, but not all of them. And with the splash damage taking place, then all units in that area will get affected by that, which is pretty interesting. So Gobble Master is gonna take down here one heavy soldier. I don't mind that, and I'm gonna take that damage, as we're not gonna take any other damage. So that's why this is we can, yeah, basically take that damage easily. We're only suffering 3 hard losses right now, which I can which I can take easily, so I don't mind too much about that. And there we go, a big wave is coming in, and here you will see why the heavy soldiers are that useful right now once more, because you can see the Turkeys will stop for a second, and this gives us some additional time to take them out. And in the meantime, we're just gonna place here our mortars, and from this point onwards we're simply gonna save up here our gears, because later on we're gonna spam with heavy soldiers. And I'm not gonna do that right now, because you will see that the heavy soldiers will spread out on the map, and this means that the boss waves will actually take them out, and I don't want that to happen. I want to skip very fast through the waves and don't want to concern with the boss waves a lot, so that's why I'm just having 2 of them right now on the map. And as the pressure increases on my towers, I of course will increase the number of them. So we're trying to progress through the waves very controlled, which I think is the right move right now. And so far so good. We're good in time. I think 5 minutes have passed, and still we are having already 170 kills after 14 waves. So the wave to kill ratio is perfectly here right now. So I think everything looks positive here right now, and hopefully that's gonna pay out here as well in the end of the match. So you can see only the mortar took some shots right now, but that's nothing too much to worry about. And there we go, next boss wave is coming in, and hopefully that boss wave won't take out both of the heavy soldiers, because that means we have less gears later on inside of the matches. And after you exceeded a certain wave, then there will be no boss waves coming in. So that's the wave I want to reach before I'm placing all my heavy soldiers right now, because as I said before, I don't want to lose all my heavy soldiers because boss wave locks onto them. And yes, so far so good. Again, a big turkey wave, I like it. And now we're just gonna use the snowball here, place our hero's ability, and we still have a lot of the furry skull left over. I'm gonna use that later on once more troops are coming in and they have more health, so I'm gonna save that one up as well. Maybe we don't need it, so yeah. Basically everything is running quite well. So let's place here another heavy soldier, because you can see pressure is getting a little bit bigger, and we of course don't want to have our towers destroyed to those heavy soldiers, and that's what I'm trying to prevent here. And that's why we're having already over 100 years right now, which is completely absurd. And we can do a lot of stuff with them later on. So we're gonna have this map completely spammed with heavy soldiers, and this will be very interesting. And another big wave, so today is really my lucky day, I guess. I really like that. And let's freeze them here in a second again, that our mortars don't take any damage. Use the hero's ability, and we are now having 250 kills, which is perfect. I'm totally fine with that. And yeah, the only struggle we're gonna have later on is to place to make sure that also our towers will target the groups, the troops which are incoming, because yeah, the heavy soldiers, you can see it already right now, and as I said before, they are spreading out on the map, and we need to place our towers in a way that the troops will stick together and will all focus on the incoming waves. Because if they're like spread out, then of course some of them won't target the troops and will just stand there, which is not what I want. And Gobble Master is actually ignoring our troops. I like it. That's perfectly. And I think after this one boss wave, in 4 waves, we are not gonna see any boss wave occurring anymore. So this is perfect for us, and this means we can then spam with our heavy soldiers in as much as we want, basically, as many, yeah, depending on how many gears we are having. One mortar got shot down. Alright, but we're having of course enough gears to compensate for that, so I'm not too worried again. And yeah, 270 kills so far. We're gonna get over 300 kills soon, and then it's just about optimizing our results by like I said, by having the towers also shooting at the troops while they're attacking, because then it's only about saving time so that we can reach the highest score possible, because as soon as we are having a lot of troops down, then they won't even reach the towers anymore, and therefore we're gonna place here another heavy soldier, maybe 2 of them. We can actually start placing a little bit more, and we'll later on use our mortars to redirect the boss wave here so that they will ignore the heavy soldiers. And yeah, 140 gears so far. Everything looks fine, and yeah, I like the way how everything is going right now. So next wave is gonna go down, and we're gonna exceed the 300 kills. And I hope that's also gonna work out for you, because you can actually use the heavy soldier as well in starting from League 1. And this would mean that let's retreat Hero. Okay, Hero is stuck inside of the mortar. This will cost us some precious seconds, but you can also use this strategy, of course, in League 1, and therefore yeah, it's a good trick to get on the first place if you're of course the first ones to use it, and if you leveled up your heavy soldier quite a lot. And I'm seeing that it's lagging quite a bit here inside of my video, so I'm sorry for that. I don't know what to do about that. Sometimes it's not lagging, sometimes it's lagging. It's kind of weird. Yeah, but I can't do anything about it for now, because I'm gonna move again in a couple of months, so I'm gonna stick with the internet provider and everything to prevent the hassle of changing everything. And yeah, so far we're having 320 kills, and it's half time right now, so we're gonna enter the second half of the battle. And you can see no boss wave will follow up afterwards, which is of course awesome. After 178 kills, the next boss wave is gonna come, and I don't expect us to get that far, so we don't mind. And actually, I'm talking too much. We can place now a lot more of the heavy soldiers and push them a little bit forward, so we just try to cluster them all together. Let's place here some stuff, so that we need to be a little bit more quicker, so that they will all be on one spot where the turkeys will appear. So let's place all of them right here and see how that's gonna work out. That's actually the first time that I'm gonna try this. Hopefully it's gonna work out quite well, because I'm not sure about that so far. As I said, I've never tried this one before, to place the troops like that. And now we can also sell the troops at the towers at the bottom, which is giving us some additional gears right now. And this is of course perfect for taking out those troops right here. And yeah, so let's just spam everything, and they actually are destroying all the walls. That's crazy. That's absolutely pure madness. So let's place here some more stuff, some more mortars, and now you can see they're more clustered up, they're more grouped, and this is of course helping us. They're doing splash damage everywhere. The mortars are doing splash damage. Splash damage. My language is again today on point, I will say, and therefore we can also take them out quite fast, I hope at least. And you can see the mortars are actually not taking any damage, and this is how it's supposed to be. I'm still wondering why those heavy soldiers on the side are not moving at all. That's not what I want, but still everything's fine. So we can place here another mortar, upgrade that one. And now we have reached our limit again. So now we are just gonna use the gears we're gonna get to deal with the incoming troops. But I think it's gonna be enough. I'm confident that we're gonna exceed the score of first place right now. And we're gonna place here the snowball, use our hero's ability, and I think I'm gonna use now the furry skull a little bit more often, because I just want to exceed the highest score possible, so that I'm absolutely certain as well about having the first place here in the end. And yeah, so let's use the furry skull here, and you can see the troops are simply getting obliterated, and this is perfectly for us. So 7 minutes left. And still we're about to exceed right now 400 kills, and we're still making very good progress, I would say. But you can see those troops are just expanding here on the field there. Fortunately, this area here is a little bit more squished together, so the path is they're merging of all the troops so that the heavy soldiers will remain all on one spot. And I think the splash damage of my towers is yeah, big enough to actually target all of or hit all the troops with one shot. And yeah, so let's see what's gonna happen there. So the troops are actually spreading out very far, so that's I don't know if that's a good thing or not. In the end of the day, we're gonna see that in the end result. So let's use here our furry skull again, and the troops fortunately will move a little bit further into closer to our tower. So this means they can still support our troops here, and that's all what I want. Imagine now a boss wave coming in. The boss wave would just annihilate everything right here, so that's pretty good that no boss wave is coming in. And of course I assume that this won't stay the way it is, so the troops will probably as well target at some point the troops. At least that's what I assume, that this won't stay the way it is, because yeah, I think the developers did not imagine that, yeah, that's how we were supposed to play here inside of the Gobble Arena. But so far so good. I think we can sell here some more towers here in the back, because they won't reach the troops anyways. So let's use here our furry skull again, and we're having 5 minutes left, and we're only 50 kills away from the first place, which is absolutely perfect. So I think this time I really had a good start, unlike yesterday where I just had not that many troops coming in general. As you could see, my score was 230 in League 3, and now it's of course way higher. Of course the trick with the heavy soldiers is helping a lot, but besides of that, yeah, I think once they change here once the developers, if they're gonna change it, that the troops won't target our troops, then I think the strategy I was showing actually in League 3 is also applicable right here, and will also get you pretty far. As I said, I got 400 kills almost with that strategy in my try today, so without the heavy soldiers, by the way. So yeah, I think then when that changes, you can also switch to the other strategy, and then everything is gonna work out just fine. Alright, so we're only having 4 minutes left. We're gonna exceed the 500 kills right now, and this will be interesting how far we are gonna get here. In the end, we're having a lot of heavy soldiers down. Unfortunately, they're all just going crazy here on the troops, and you can see the splash damage is very useful. They can't even move forward properly, and will take a lot of damage just with each hit of the heavy soldiers. And if you didn't knew it, the heavy soldier is actually the strongest troop for in general, I think, in terms of damage. So if you have it on a high level, then I think that's a guarantee for you also to get on the highest place. And everything is getting here a little bit more clustered. If you remember that video where I was playing in the Iron Forest and placed everywhere the troops, this was also quite insane, and this comes pretty close to it, I think, in terms of the amount of troops we're having right now down on the field. And we're having 502 kills. This means, guys, we're on the first place, and hopefully I'm gonna hold this until tomorrow when I'm publishing this video, because then afterwards I'm gonna show you straight away the Turkinator, which you're gonna get, of course, in the first place chest. So this will be quite interesting. And if you're lucky, and hopefully not that many people are gonna watch this video, at least that's what I hope for you, because then it means it's easier for you to get on the first place. Because if a lot of people are gonna watch this video straight away, then it's gonna be hard, because they're gonna use the same strategy. So then in the end, the tower levels will decide, and again, the amount of waves which are gonna come in. So we're gonna move towards the end. And I don't know, I actually would love to use some more towers right here, because they would help a lot. But the heavy soldiers, as I said, they're doing, for me, 1600 damage. So they're actually quite a lot stronger than, for example, the mortar or the lightning tower. So all the things we have to do is just place here some heavy soldiers, and that should be enough. Right, we're having 533 kills. The last 2 minutes are left of this battle, and hopefully we're gonna make it. Maybe we're gonna make it towards the 600 kills, which would be absolutely insane. That would be the highest score I've ever seen here for the Gobble Arena, and this would be, yeah, absolutely madness if we get that far. So inside of this video, especially because, as you know, because of the randomness of the waves, I don't always get the chance to record the best try, because this would mean I would do recordings, like 10 recordings, and then one of them is perfect, but of course who has the time for that? So this would be perfect if that's gonna be the perfect try, and you can see this mass of heavy soldiers. Unfortunately, that was the right decision for me to place all the heavy soldiers right here, to squish them there together, because then they're not gonna get spread out. Otherwise, probably the whole map would be full of heavy soldiers, and they're just punching down here everything, and this is just perfect for us. So, and the towers are not even able to shoot at the troops anymore, because they're spreading out right here. So now we're gonna place some more heavy soldiers and just hope that everything is gonna work out pretty well. We're having 36 seconds left. Hopefully we're gonna get that these 600 kills, but it looks like that, because these troops are gonna go down as well pretty fast, and this is just absolutely perfect, I would say. Alright, 606 kills, guys. 20 seconds left, and I think that's gonna be the end of this match. We haven't even used the furry skull at all, or at least just a small amount of it, so that's just perfect for us, and that's how it is supposed to be, guys. 4 seconds left inside of this battle, and we're gonna end this match with 608 kills, guys. This is how we're doing it, and I hope that's also gonna help you to get a decent score in the end of the day, because now I'm here on the first place and will probably get here the Turkinator, and I hope that's gonna help you as well. I wish you all the best luck winning the Turkinator, and that's gonna do it for this video. Have a great day, peace out.